Oh, yes, yes, yes. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again with another video. Oh, yes, my YouTuber friends. It's Scott again with another video. It is let's see. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. Let me see what time it is. I kind of woke back up in the night. I'm parked somewhere on the street somewhere. I woke up. I thought let me do a video. I thought about this, and let's do a talk about, you see me. I bought a van and everything, and I'm setting it up. But it's not. This video is not about that. It's about the comparisons. The comparisons against three different type of people who live a certain way. You got the full-time van dwellers, you got the part-timers, and the weekend warriors. Let's talk about, Anyway, as you guys know, I live part-time, so this I don't class my channel as, well, how to put it, a van dweller. I don't class myself as a van dweller. I'm more living alternatively. Living alternatively is best of both worlds. Whereas part-time, where I live a lot cheaper than the average person paying rent, and I live at my van. Part-time, where I can park the van if I want to and have a base if I choose to, or have a garage or have a workshop and stuff like that. Now the difference is with that is, of course, already, people who live at their van full-time, they don't have a base. They choose not to have a base. Of course, you watch some YouTube channels, which is kind of fake as well. They sell a house, they sell everything to live in a van. I don't know if that's real or not. Some people do that. Don't get me wrong. The other people actually do that. We other people that don't do that. They say that they say that in front of you in the camera, but behind the scenes they keep the house. They have a house and they just those type of van dwellers are adventurers. My channel is based on economics. My channel is an economic channel. That's why I talk about paying rent, and avoid being homelessness, avoid being evicted, and why the matrix is building more apartment buildings and opposing to making more houses. I talk about stuff like that, stuff like that, So I cover stuff like that. And van dwellers who are the adventurers, they travel different places and talk about, oh, I'm gonna have a shower, oh, I'm gonna clean up, have a nice shower by the beach somewhere. There's Rushmore by Arcado, Arizona somewhere, the waterfalls. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Those type of adventure channels I really don't watch. I subscribe to some of them, but I don't really watch. Most of the channels I subscribe to and watch, because like I said before, YouTube is my TV. Because like I said, I live alternatively. I don't pay cable TV. I don't subscribe to any channels like Netflix and stuff that you pay for. I'm not trying to pay for shit. I'm trying to pay for TV and stuff like that. So there's a lot of good movies on YouTube. And plus there's other there's free apps where you can watch good movies and stuff like that. So for free. So I do all that too, So all that I watch, So for free, you got all that you got to watch for free. So I don't pay for cable, none of that shit. No, and that's it. And like I said before, the person who does this, who's the weekend warrior, somehow, in my view, this is my opinion, is not really included in this. Really, they say they are, but they're not really, because a weekend warrior basically pays regular rent or pays regular mortgage. They have a house, they live in their house full time, and they have a van like this, or the burgundy van that you saw me buy. That's why I let those vans have low mileage, because those vans don't go anywhere. They'll take the van with the family and go away for like a week, and then they come back, and the van will stay in the park driveway for another year or 2 years. Because I drive around here. The people have RVs. They have RVs and they just parked there for months and months. They don't do nothing with it. These are brand new RVs. That's why when you buy an RV or a Class B, sometimes a lot of them don't have no mileage. They have a mileage, but they don't have no mileage. They don't go nowhere. You know, those are weekend warriors. So I don't think you really count those. You mainly count the full timers and the part timers. So it's between the full timers and part timers. And like I said, the full timers have their vans and they live at their van or their bus or their RVs full time with their family or by themselves. People like me now, I have a base. I have a base, and I always tell people I recommend get a base. And I said it on multiple videos. You better having a. I think it's better having a base. That's just me. You know, living at the van full time. That's why if you look at my van, it's not crowded. It's packed. It's got the videos. I got the drawer over there with the clothes and everything. But I still have despite this, I still have a lot of space because, like I said, I have a base. So majority of stuff is there, and and then when you have a base, it could be a small basement, just above, or even a room. Have a roommate and have a room, and you don't have to see your roommate because you have your little room, and you live in your van most of the time, and you have your van, and you have your use your room to stock to have a little fridge and stuff there, and you go back from time to time to basically that you go back to headquarters and load up your van, and then you go back on the road with your van and live at your van the rest of the week. You know, so that you can do too. You know, that's a good way of doing things. The only thing is, like and I said it before, don't rent those storage places. Stay away from the storage places. Those are expensive as hell. You can have a storage place that's this size. Of course, it's gonna be higher, like a garage, but this size, and they want like 150 a month, $200 a month, and then they raise it every year. Every year they raise it every year, and they're quick to want their money. If you don't pay, they shut you down and take your stuff and sell it quickly for the next person. So if you're gonna rent a garage or a little workshop, do it privately. There's plenty of people who have a house who don't want a garage and they're probably struggling with their rent. I mean their mortgage, and they say, "Oh, they'll gladly rent my garage to you. You know, we can use the garage for and put your car there." I said, "No, you know, it's just to store some stuff. I live at my van and I want to store some stuff." These are people who live in their van full time, but that's still a base, but they don't actually live in there. You know, it's just a storage place. This way, you keep your van empty. You can keep your van empty basically, and keep your van empty most of the time. That's it. And I think that's the way to go. But that's just me and stuff like that. You know, so because I know me traveling being a me parking my van like say, cause I see where people park their vans in the bushes somewhere, or they go to campgrounds where they're parked and it's kind of funny because when you watch those YouTubes too of those van dwellers, you only see them in the daytime and light time. You never see what happens behind the scenes when the camera goes off. They're parked in the middle of nowhere and it's pitch black. Because remember, imagine you being in Arizona. Say, let's take Arizona then, or somewhere in the middle of Florida somewhere. You're in the middle of nowhere. It's pitch black. Remember, there's no light. Remember, you're out in the countryside. There's no light anywhere. You're in the desert somewhere. That too. No lights. It's pitch black. You have Yakotis. Well, you call those wolves, the wolves or foxes, whatever you call them. The Yakota. I can't even pronounce the name. Is it called? Oh, well, anyway, just say foxes and wolves. And you have bear. You got to worry about bears. You got to worry about rattlesnakes. You got to worry about rats sneaking in. You getting in your vehicle. And once you get them in, it's hard to get out because they know you have food in here and stuff like that. You know, even in bushes and forests where people parking in the forest by themselves, it's pitch black. In the forest, you're the only one. You look outside, it's scary. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to park like that. So that's another reason why I like to park in town. You know, I'm in town. You can see how it's dark right there now. There's a laundromat right there. Over there, of course, you can't see that because you're in here with me. That's why I like in town parking. I love in town parking. Parking by myself in the middle of nowhere, that's not my thing. You know, the only way I do that too, you know, as far as buying land, is if I had a bunch of people together. I don't know much nomads really, or people who live out their vans. I see one or two of them I hear, but they don't want to be flamed. They don't want to burn YouTube because I could have made more content of other van dwellers, but a lot of them, you'd be surprised, don't want to be on camera. They don't want to, like myself. That's why I wear this. But I mean, a lot of them don't want to be featured, basically. You know, because despite you watch YouTube and you see a lot of van dwellers on there, and a lot of channels, there's a lot more. That's just a few inches of people, a few inches of people watching the YouTube channel, who have van channels. But you'd be surprised. There's a lot more people live out their vans here that don't have a YouTube channel. I don't want to be on YouTube. You know, I met quite a few, And some of them are not friendly either, you know. It's just like you have neighbors living in a house, or you have neighbors living in an apartment building. You have the same problem with van dwellers too, and people living in buses and stuff like that too. They're not all friendly. They're not all want to be part, you know, because I see other van dwellers like in a Home Depot parking lot in the daytime, and I try to approach them. It's like you can see their face. They don't want. Wait, who are you? They don't want to talk to you. So I'll say, fuck you then. Fuck, I don't care. You know, people are people. So you're gonna get just like you have good neighbors, you have good and bad van dwellers too who are not friendly. Don't want to be on camera, and that's fine. You know. And like I said, I did a video about a family who lived on the bus, and they have their own channel too. And I thought he lived full time in the van, in a bus with his family. He doesn't. He has a house, so he rents the house out. So see, people like them, they do it for adventures purposes. So they have their channel. A lot of people use their channel for adventure purposes. So they're making money on their channel. I'm not doing this I'm not motivated by money. Like I said, I'm more political and economical based. You know, I try to show people that, you know, you don't have to be evicted. You can avoid being evicted. You can avoid being homeless. And I stand by that. You know, you can avoid it. But a lot of people are just lazy and they depend on the government to take care of them. Oh, no, we have a right to have housing. We have a right to have housing. And that may be true. But by saying that, you're basically depending on the government and other people to help you get a house. You do it yourself, you know? I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy to do it by yourself. It's kind of good to get help. Don't get me wrong. It's good to get help. But now you're getting a house in now. You're dependent on the government to pay your bills for you forever, for years to come. Some people get out of it and build themselves up. Others don't. You know, I watch channels with that too. That's why most of the channels I subscribe to are like homeless type channels where they talk about homeless, like Kensington. I don't know if you watch the videos with Kensington. People like zombies like that. They're like zombies on drugs and stuff, or Skid Row. I watch those videos and I always say half those people can avoid being living like that, and half of these people do get money. They get money from the government. Don't be fooled. When you see them down there, they're not all poor and have nothing. Some of them get Social Security. Some of them get even $1,500. I was watching a channel the other day. This homeless guy, he gets $1,500 a month, and he's not really on drugs or nothing. He's just, I don't want to sound cruel, but he's basically just a bum. You know, they're giving him free money, $1,500 a month. He does nothing with it. He spends it. He spends it within 2 days, and he's back to square one again. Well, he may have mental problems. That's another thing about America too. There's a lot of mental people in this country because I guess, see, unlike my country in England and other certain parts of Europe, they don't allow mental people to roam the streets like that. You don't see it in the streets of Germany or the French of France. People like this, high on drugs. You don't see them like that because they don't allow it. They they put you behind closed doors. They put you behind closed doors. They put you in a hospital where they take care of you. America now don't do that. America, because of its unique freedom, they allow people, because they have the freedom groups that fight. Oh, they have a right to walk the streets. They have a right to do that. They have a right to do this. And this is what you have. Clinton in the 80s closed all the mental hospitals and threw people out. And that's why you have a lot of, especially in America and Australia, or Canada, especially America, people get pushed off train tracks and everything. Get pushed off train tracks. They're mental. Look at the guy on the news the other day. I like to watch the news too. Look at the guy the other day. They caught him after he pushed someone on the tracks and he punched someone else in the face. People are crazy. Mental health is big in this country. It's big. I'm going to do another video and talk about that too. Talk about that, and that's those things I talk about, you know, on my channel. I love talking about stuff like that, economical things, things that, you know, like that, and that's why I said, and that's why living this lifestyle, I tell you, it gives you some nice room to think about, some place to be by yourself, and somewhere nice, you know, and stuff like that. And that's why I know I'm rambling on. I'm talking about different stuff too, but I try to bring it into perspective what I'm talking about. You know, the full-time van dwellers and the part-timers, and the ones who are weekend warriors. The weekend warriors, like I said before, the weekend warriors don't count, like I said before, so much because they basically live normal life. They have a regular house. And like I said, the video I did with a guy, with his family, with the bus, it was a short video. Behind the scenes, he had a house. He has a house. He's renting it out. So at some point, he's going back. So he's kind of like me. He's basically part-time. Even though he may travel 6 months of the year, he's still part-time because he goes back. He has a base to go back to. He's anchored to a base. He goes back with his family, and you know, so, and he's making money. That's good. There's nothing wrong with that, though. Hey, he's living cheap too. He's living alternatively as well. So that's awesome. That's the way to do it. Nothing wrong with that, you know. So that's good. That's good too. So there you go. What else am I going to talk about? I think that's about it, really. So I know, but I always recommend though. My recommendation though is living at your van full time. It's good to have a base. I've always said that. I think I said that on another channel. I mean, on another video. It's good to have a little base, something to go back to. Especially I'm up north where you got the four climates. Like now we're in autumn now, and wintertime we may have big snowstorms. You know, some people have no choice to live out there van full time. Maybe park on the side of the road where the snow will build up and bury your vehicle. You can't get out. Me now, I'm good. I have a base, so I can always park the van, and I got go in my base on the third floor, on my base, and I'm safe away from the snow and nice and cozy and warm in your van. You can be cozy in your van too, because I did a video about I did a video, watch that video. I talk about your propane heaters and stuff like that. Clean them all out to get them ready for the winter, and I got that ready too. So my heaters ready. My other things are ready. All my things I wanted. I'm ready for the winter when it gets here. When it gets here, we may have another mild winter. We may not. We'll see. We'll see what happens anyway. But that's about it. So which one is you guys? Which one you guys want to do? You want to live full time in your van with no base or nothing, or do you want to have a base and do it part time? Or you can do it full time and have a base too. By that, I don't mean a base to go back and live to, and like a base like a rent a room. But but like I said, those people who do that, like myself, they have money, they can do it. But there's always telltale signs. Just like people, you got some people that pay their mortgage with ease, some people that pay their mortgage that struggle to pay their mortgage. Same with rent. Some people are paying the rent easy. Some people are struggling with the rent. So you always know the poor person. Well, the same with van dwelling, or van life or alternative living. You always know the poor person. There's telltale signs that a person lives out their van is poor. Especially the biggest telltale sign is, oh, gas is expensive. It's expensive. But wait a minute, you're not paying rent. You're not paying rent. I get it if you're traveling all over the place. It's gonna because like I said, this lifestyle can catch up, can be just as expensive as living in a house or an apartment. Especially if you're doing this for, what's the word? I'm trying to find a word. I keep forgetting certain words. I'm a dummy sometimes. Adventures. If you're doing it, because a lot of channels where people do van life, they're doing it for adventure purposes. So of course you're going to burn a lot of gas, and it equals paying rent. Because say your rent is like, if you was paying the rent, you're paid $1,200 a month. That's cheap, but people do pay that still. There are places where you can pay that, but it's going to be in a ghetto neighborhood or a place where rats and roaches are, which I'd rather live at my van if that's the case. But let's just sake of argument, $1,200 a month, and you live at your van full time, and you're doing this for adventure. Then of course the gas is going to add up with you. So you're going to put $250 in the gas tank every week because you're traveling. You're going to Avocado, you're going to Florida, you're going to California, you're going to see Rushmore, you're going to see some nice mountains and stuff like that. So yeah, that $250 a week, that's $1,000 right there. See, and then the other $200 you're buying food and drinks and getting your water and stuff like that. So it can catch up. Van life or living alternatively can be expensive. It can be, but if you do it right, you can save a ton of money. I personally make money because I work for myself and I work for a supermarket part time. And like I says, how can I put this? I save a lot of money. I save a lot of money doing that because my rent in my base is dead cheap, dead cheap. So that's awesome. The dead cheap, so that's awesome too. So it's awesome. So I got it good. So if gas prices go to like $10 a gallon, I'm fine. Because like I said, I don't go nowhere. I don't travel all over the place. Because again, I don't do adventures. I live economically. I travel. I basically work. Because most of the time I'm not in the van all day. I'm on the van at nighttime right now. I'm parked on the side of the road somewhere. So I'm out here now on the side of the road, and I'm parked out here. I wish I should show you guys. I should show you guys. Bit dark. You probably won't see much because it's dark out here. But you got your lights and stuff. You got the ad car one. What time is it? It is 3:30. It's about 3:30 right now. Oh, half past 3 in the morning. See, in the morning, guys, I slept early. I finished work 7 o'clock. I went to my location on a street somewhere. I found a place to sleep on the street. That's why I like up. That's why I like up north because we don't have too much strict rules about van life parking. Well, not yet. It'll catch up to us eventually because it's down south area, middle America. I don't know. Depending on where you go. Certain parts of America they're unfriendly to van dwellers. Others they're not. Depends where you go. I'm lucky. They're not up here so much. They are friendly to van dwellers or people who live alternatively up here anyway. But anyway, I've been rambling on and on about all type of stuff. I kind of mush all my stuff together. That's why I says let's talk about. That's why I like to talk to you guys. You know, when I slept. I said I came here at 7, found a location. I ate some food already. I went to sleep at 8, 9 o'clock and woke up like 2 o'clock. And that's what I did. Yeah. And that's how I come up with content. You know, I think about stuff like that to make as I wake up. Put my video on, so I get ready to put my music on. See, that's how I do it, you know. So, yeah. So, let me see. La 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 la. I'll play some music on here. Is it on? Okay. Let me set my music. See, that's the thing again. Like I said, my videos are DIY, not freshly made. I get music. Some YouTube. I steal music on YouTube. These are other channels I watch, and I get music from them. You know, I use that channel and put my music for my channel. And like I said before, my channel's not money based. I'm not doing this to make money. A lot of people use YouTube as a business. They're trying to build it and turn it into a business. This is not no business. I do it because I enjoy what I do. You know, tell people my perspective. There's a cheaper way to live. Whether you live part time, full time, or you're just a weekend warrior that just does it once every 2 3 years, moon time. And then that's it. Anyway, guys, don't forget, if you like this, do you like us talking? Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to, you don't have to. You don't want to, but you know, I'd rather you do. But if you like this type of stuff, because my videos are not professionally made, and I always say it all the time. If you want, because I have some people, oh, you're not professional. You need to do this and do that. Well, if you want a professional video, go somewhere else. This channel will never ever go professional. I'm not going to use fancy cameras. I'm not going to invest no money in no $3,000 GoPro camera bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. I ain't doing that shit. I'm too punk for that. Everything's, oi! Keep it nice, keep it sweet, and keep it real. We are out. Let's play some tune on the way out. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you love these DIY videos. Like I said before, everything we do is DIY, not professionally done, and never will be, because we are too punk for that motherfucker. Anyway, let's go. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Okay, we are out. I'll see you later, guys. Oh yeah, me.